K-pop today. When aren't you, though? You know, you don't have to be mean to me. That's not like a requirement to be in this chat. Also, we're doing a little turtle today. It's kind of a requirement to be your friend. That's also not true. Fun fact. I didn't know if you were aware of this. Hello, brains. Hello, brains. How you doing? For some reason, it is not allowing me to go live on YouTube. There we go. I have this problem every single time on YouTube where it just decides, no, I don't wanna go live, and it makes me refresh like 5 gazillion times. So I come to you with turtle facts today. That's what I have as far as content is random turtle trivia. Because absolutely nothing else has really happened to me. So this is a little radiated tortoise. They're found in Madagascar. They are critically endangered. And they're just little guys. They don't get super big. As far as like turtles are concerned. But they are one of the... Like they live like very long, especially considering how like they're not huge like tortoises are. The oldest one on record lived for 188 years, and he was given by the absolute worst, one of the worst men in the world, James Cook, to, yes, radiated, because they've got these little starbursts, and they radiate outwards. We'll get to them in a minute. They're not irradiated, they radiate. Because they have little starbursts on their back. But no, James Cook gave one to like the rulers of Madagascar. Don't know why, because they're literally native to Madagascar, so I think they would know about the existence of like their own turtles. Hello, Cranium, welcome in. We're talking about turtles. But anyway, that turtle lived to be 188 years old. Can't hear you, changing Carl. I'll catch you later. Can we get some like waving emotes in chat of any kind? Do we have those? There. I'll put some Alfie rave just to say hi. Also, the back of this needs more tape because it's going all over the place. Also, my music is too loud. I just saw that. Yippee, hey, responded. We're talking in like Morse code. Are all tortoises turtles, but not all turtles are tortoises? I think that's how that works. I don't have that much turtle trivia, so I don't actually know. That would be a question for like that other girl on Twitch that has an animal sanctuary. I love that person. Speaking of wild turtle stories, The World on the Turtle's Back. Oh, I do love that one. Oh, that is a goodie. I love this little clapper. Is this a what emote is this from? Is this a chilled? Larry Fishburger. They look the same to me. Both men. I've been having that problem in work recently where everyone that I work with has been like at the same company for 10 plus years, and then I show up and they keep asking me, like I'll say that I like ran into somebody who was like causing a few problems, and they're like, "Oh, who was it? What were they dressed like? What did they look like?" And I'm like, "Listen. For one, I don't know anyone's name. For two, all men look the same to me. Okay?" Asking me who any given man is a waste of everyone's time because I don't know. It's not intentional. I'm not out here like, oh, I hate men, I'm never gonna learn. They all look the same, particularly between like I could tell a tech bro, like if there was one tech bro in my office and the rest of people were mechanics, like I could tell the tech bro apart. Like I would probably learn his name easier because he looks different. But if you put me in a room full of mechanics that all have one of the same four haircuts you're allowed to get if you've been like in the military for any length of time, I'm sorry, you're all just white men to me. Unless they're not white, in which case, again, it's like if you give me the name of like the one black guy, I'll remember that guy because that guy looks different from these other guys that have never heard of a single like other haircut ever in their lives. Like I'm sorry, they're all just the same dude in slightly different flavors. I don't know their names. And I feel bad about it. And this isn't a pride point for me. I'm just constantly at a loss. I work in a place with like a couple hundred people. No, I don't know white guy Joe from white guy Henry. Apparently one of them has a beard and the other doesn't. That's fine. There's 10 other people with beards in this office. The only people I know are the people that directly cause problems for me. So in a way, if I know your name, it's not a good thing. Like, you don't want your name to be known by me. Because it means that you're on my shit list. Because you keep coming in without the proper paperwork and I hate you. What are you, a vice principal? That's what it feels like. Like you've got all these kids cycling in and out. I don't know how teachers do it. At least kids, like, they wear different clothes. Like children have like a variety of styles. If you just take any like 10 random children, I could probably tell them apart easier than I can tell a bunch of mechanics that all wear the same black like jeans and the same Nirvana t-shirt. There's like 5 different guys that exclusively wear like old rock t-shirts. And I'm like, I'm sorry, you expect me to tell that apart? Hi, Sam. We are, in fact, doing a turtle. This is a radiated turtle. They are a critically endangered species from Madagascar. They are hunted and sold in the pet trade, even though it is illegal in most countries to keep one without a very specific license. On account of the fact that they are, in fact, very endangered. I love turtles so much. Good news. I've come here with turtle facts. I've read the Wikipedia article on radiated turtles. This is a radiated tortoise, but just for this. Because I was going to come in and be like, yeah, I don't know much about this turtle. Because I was reading about a different kind of turtle yesterday. The, what's it called? Spiny. Let me look it up. It's like the 3rd biggest tortoise in the world. The African spurred tortoise is what I was looking up yesterday. Alligator snack. Oh, I love alligator snapping turtles. Snapping turtles in general are just so good. But yeah, I was looking at pictures of African spurred tortoises yesterday, just like last night at like 11 p.m., just as you do. I got home from work. I had about an hour before bed. And I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to look at pictures of turtles. And so I did that. And I learned a bunch of trivia about the African spurred tortoise. So then I decided to draw a different tortoise, not the African spurred one. And I was like, oh, it's okay if I don't know what kind of tortoise this is. Like, no one will hold that against me. But then I realized that I would probably still end up talking about like turtles and tortoises, and the only trivia I had was about the spurred tortoise, and I'm like, well, I can't just only talk about a tortoise that I'm not drawing, and then just go, I don't know, this is some kind of box turtle, which is not true. This is not a box turtle. Well, it might be. They might be like related in some way because it does look an awful lot like a box turtle. So anyway, I learned turtle trivia just for you. I love their little toenails. Do we have to cut them? I don't know anything about like turtle care. Do you have to cut turtle toenails or do they just kind of like resolve themselves? I'm sure you can place it in a box. You know, fair enough. I also think that it's funny because, like the dietary habits of, I don't know why that I think it's funny, the dietary habits of tortoises. I think it's the autism. um, but the diets of the two tortoises that I was researching yesterday are so very different. Also, I've confused myself a bit on this, on how I've drawn my pattern lines. Because I drew like shading lines, and then they don't have any distinguishing like factors from the lines from the scales. Here we go. I fixed it. I think normally you don't need to trim their nails, but sometimes it can get out of hand. But I think that's due to bad enclosure. True. Speaking of autism, I got a referral today for an ADHD/autism eval. I'm so happy. I'm so excited for you. I hope it goes well. May you acquire the autism diagnosis of your dreams. Yeah, I was diagnosed when I was 7.5-ish. Place it on your fridge. That would be quite funny. But yeah, I was diagnosed with autism when I was very young, because I got a like full neurological eval because I had a lot of like anger issues that were just like they didn't know at the time that I was having meltdowns. But I love on the paperwork there it says like, oh, Alfie probably doesn't have ADHD, so there's no reason to test them for that. And then when I was 17, I got tested for ADHD, and they're like, no, you've got it, babes. Don't know what that guy was on about. But it was also like the early 2000s, so it might have also been we don't think the women folk can be ADHD. You're not bouncing off the walls. And I'm like, sir, I have anxiety. It won't happen until January, but it's been such a struggle to get a doctor to send me somewhere. That makes sense. It's really hard to get a diagnosis once you're like no longer an 8-year-old. My parents would have never. Yeah, my dad wasn't really into it. But my mom very much was. Very much wanted their like to figure out why I was not well. She had to get a rabies shot because of me, because when I would have like meltdowns, she would try and like get all up in my face to like stop me from hurting myself, like by like slamming stuff all over the place. And then I bit her. So I was in the middle of a meltdown and I was like under the age of 2. And she was just like, okay, this is my line. Let's go to a doctor. Because my child has needed me to have... No, sorry, did she think you were a rabbit? No, that's a very good point. It wasn't a rabies vaccine. It was a tetanus shot. She thought I could give her tetanus. She did not think I was a rabbit. Addie, can you clip that for me? My mother did not think I had rabies. I can picture young Alfie just biting things now. They still do that? No, I don't. I don't have front teeth. I cannot bite things. Your Alfie trivia of the day is that they lost their front teeth in a bicycle accident during COVID. Technically, they lost their teeth in two separate bicycle accidents, one in COVID and one like a year ago. You're not telling me I'm not supposed to bite the people I love? I mean, if consensually. Consensually, you can. But no, my two of like the four frontmost teeth that I have are fake because I got very badly hurt in several bicycle accidents. I am not good at riding a bike, and I will not stop. Okay, specifically, I'm not good at riding a bike when it is very, very dark, and I do not have good lights, and also there is somebody coming at me with their brights on, and I have to swerve out of the road. That is arguably the time at which I am the most bad at riding my bike. Any other circumstance, I'm pretty okay. I can't do a turn signal, but I've not needed one yet. So I assume I'm good. Like, I know how to turn, like, I know what the turn signals are, but I can't do it while the bike is in motion. I have to be fully stopped with a foot on the ground in order to turn. I just held up my arm like you could see me. I can build you blinkers powered by a battery. That would be cool. I actually bought some, and then I lost them in, like, the 2 rapid moves that I did within, like, the span of a couple months. 3, technically. But yeah, I misplaced them, and I've not bothered to buy more. I do want these little gaps to have some lines, but I don't want them to not be white. Do they have lines in the middle? They do. Oh, I'd have to turn I'm gonna leave the middle bits for later because I don't want to fiddle with my temperature that much and wait for the thing to cool. The clip thing is so laggy at the moment. Oh, man. I will just try and remember to go back. Here, I'm going to add another here. Trying to not go insane with 2 timelines of Alfie yapping. If you want, I'll just be quiet. I see how it is. No, if you just get it roughly to where it was, I'll edit it later. Because I'm trying to post more on shorts. I'm going to post like a short every day in like November or some shit on the Alphiebeet channel, which, hello to the YouTube. I've not been checking you because I've had the Wikipedia article for African spurred African spurred tortoises on the screen that my YouTube chat is on. So sorry about that, YouTube chat. Hello. Oh, that's the dream? What, me posting all the shorts that you're making? Finally actually posting them? Yeah. The problem is, the reason that I've not started doing it yet is that I need to be verified in order to link them to, like, the YouTube streams that the clips happened in. Which is kind of the point of posting shorts, to my understanding, is to get people to follow little links over to your VODs or whatever. So I'm waiting for the verification to finish, and I don't expect it to happen this month. I feel like I've not been transparent enough in why I have not been posting them. My bad, queen. I just don't want your efforts to go to waste. Oh, maybe. Oh, I see. You were being a bitch. Got it. You know, I don't think it's been so long that we can't annul the marriage if you hate listening to me so much. We can go takesies backsies on this. Love you. I love you. Robin, if you just joined the stream, check out the clip I posted. I didn't say that it was posted already. I love how Inktober started out being like, I'm going to make a bunch of pins and then I'm going to sell them. And then I just keep getting progressively bigger projects because I keep getting like, I don't know, I keep getting dissatisfied with the pins. Not because they're bad, but just because I need to make, like, the pins are so quick to make because I can make them in like an hour tops, that it means that I need to make so many more of them to fill up a 2-hour streaming slot. And so I think I was just getting overwhelmed doing that. And I love doing a bunch of tiny little details and like texturing and stuff like that. And I just wasn't able to achieve that on such a small scale like I was hoping I'd be able to. At least not on stream. If I'm off stream, I can make a lot more tiny details because I have a little magnifying glass that I can use, like one that hangs over, like it would sit like here and I could look into it, but it would be in the way of streaming, so I'm not able to. What if we got some magnifying glasses things? You look like a huge... That's just my glasses. That's just my glasses. At one point when I was a kid, I went into like an eye center, like one of those ones at Walmart. And I told them I couldn't see the big E, which to me meant like, yeah, I can't see it. It's like blurry. And they took it as like, oh, it's completely not visible to me. And so they cranked my prescription like the heck up. And then I was like, why is the floor 2 inches from me? When I went to pick up my glasses, and they're like, you told us you couldn't see the E. And I was like, yeah, it's like blurry, dog. Clearly, you can't see the letter you named at all. Exactly. Exactly. Like, clearly, it's right there, dog. Like, I'm not legally blind. It's also like they were meant to run, like, they run more tests than just making you self diagnose yourself by reading letters. I don't see why they didn't, why none of those was like, oh, yeah, this person can, in fact, see a bit better than what we're saying. Oh, my phone has given me a little chime. Oh, I just paid $16.99 for Spotify. I was wondering when that would come in. I've been waiting for that. Because I keep doing my budgeting every week and being like, they've not charged me for Spotify, but I guess it's just at the end of the month for whatever reason. I think to a degree it's weird to be like, no, you can see better than what you're saying, so we'll ignore your words. That's the entire medical field. What are you talking about? The medical field loves to be like, no, we decide we know more than you about your symptoms. That's every doctor I've ever met. That's why I don't like doctors. Not in a like I don't believe in medicine way, in a I think doctors are dicks way. Doctors love like devaluing the opinions of women. It's like their main thing that they do. I'm pretty sure insurance pays them per woman they demean. Like, no, Addie and I were talking last night. I'll tell the rest to stream this. We were talking last night about me considering going back to medical school. Um, and like getting my RN because it would be like a better kind of financial dealio than what I've got going on. But on the other hand, I'm just like, oh my god, that's so much work. I would just have no time for anything else. Kind of want this to be broken up more. There we go. That is in fact better. We get to do vertical lines now. All I've done so far is horizontal. But no, it's a weird situation. because I'm like the primary, I guess, breadwinner or whatever in the family. So I'm always like, oh yeah, I need money to pay bills, but I'm also just like I am both the like disappointed dad and the son that just wants to dance. Because I'm just like, oh, it would be really cool to be like a professional artist or whatever and be able to afford to do that. And I'm just like, no, son, you need to go to medical school. You need to finish your degree. I think besides the shape of your eye and the veins in the back, the rest of the eye prescription process is just the number one or number two thing. But even that is like slightly more. Was there also a tragic car into dancing people accident in your hometown? What are you talking about? Is that a thing you've experienced? Also, I feel like even the 1-2 thing would be slightly more helpful than just going like, oh, bitch can't see the E. I know what prescription to give them. Like, dog, surely you can do a bit more science than that. Because like I like straight up also I told them I was like struggling to see the E, and then they didn't ask me for any other letters, so they just skipped that entire portion because they went, nah, they can't see E. I believe this is a plot to Footloose. Okay, I've never seen it. Clearly. Wait, did the Footloose people die in that movie? I thought they were just like vibing. I was about to say something train tracks. That's not that movie. I'm thinking about the book The Outsiders. No, it was Why the Town Hating Dancing. Oh, okay. So it was the start of the movie. And then they had to learn how to like dance Happy Feet style. Was Happy Feet just like a Penguin remix of Footloose? Also, hello, beloved mod. How do you do? We're drawing a turtle today. Also found out it's because some teens died drunk driving after a night of dancing 5 years prior. So sheriff got the town to agree to an anti-drug and anti-dancing thing. Happy Feet was a brain-damaged penguin dancing his little... Was he brain-damaged? I've not seen this movie in so long. I feel like I'm missing so many things. Is beloved mod home now? Or I guess, no, I do know that you're home now because you were at work. I live in the corner of my screen. It just says 1 clip was made. I'm just like, I wonder what that could be. Could it be Alfie has I was about to say brainworms, rabies. Maybe Alfie does have brainworms. God, I hope so. That would be so cool. And then this one's got like a little Y thing going on where it's like boop, 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 boop. Because I'm looking at a picture of it. Mumble was briefly dropped as an egg, resulting in him unable to sing, but can tap dance instead, is the plot pretty much. Oh, okay. I forgot they were like singing penguins. Can't believe he was dropped on his egg as a child. I am home, I had a great time. Yeah, I saw that you posted some video clips today or yesterday or whatever. At some point while I was asleep. I just realized I have fish sitting on my desk. Like an entire plate of fish. Oh, sorry. Just fish. They also give the women breasts. I do remember that. Aren't they mammals though? Aren't penguins mammals? So don't they have breasts? It's a fish speaking to you. It says ding. And saying please eat breakfast. Huh? Are penguins not mammals? Wait, no, they lay eggs. I'm stupid. I was about to say they're fish. Penguins are birds. I'm sorry. I only know things about tortoises. Do you know how long it took me to realize that mammals weren't the only like types of animals to have sex? I'm not smart. That's why they should allow me to become a doctor. No, listen. What's even worse is my first thought was like, they have hearts. They're mammals. Which isn't anything. Yeah, my mom doesn't have a heart, but she's a mammal. Jesus. She clenches really hard now and then to cycle the blood. I need my phone to... I love every time one of you bastards sends a message. It fucking vibrates my phone. Stop fucking texting me. And I literally mean you bastards. One of them was from Addie. I have to stretch. I've sent nothing today. You sent into the... You sent the clip. You sent a link of the clip. It just didn't send until now. Or it didn't show up in my notifs until now. No, I always forget to put my phone on Do Not Disturb so it doesn't, like, just vibrate. honestly thought you just had your server muted. I literally. What do you mean? I'm in there regularly. I don't say anything. Little toe beans. I am observing in silence. I even respond sometimes. Last time I talked was when I realized I had the permissions borked so that anyone in the server could add any emote that they wanted. That was fun. We had fun. Now, granted, did I see that that happened because I also got a DM telling me to check my server? Maybe so. What can I say? The people know how to quickly contact me, but I would have seen it eventually. It's not like I wouldn't have seen it. I figured it was to check whatever you deigned to check. Listen, I check things. I don't always respond because I don't always have something to say, but I see all. I don't really like the texture that I've given the turtle. I might fade it out a bit. Oh, this is one chill turtle. Look at this little guy. I'm being attacked by a bug. Oh, Bug is literally a cat. I'm not the cat in the stream. That's Robin. I don't think Robin's even still here. Robin doesn't like when I talk. If she keeps slapping me in the face, she's gonna be punted like a football. Damn. Brutal. Is your cat, because like our cats are like similar in age, right? How old is your cat? Because B just turned one like a month or two ago in like August. But I feel like B is like going through her angry, like her pain in the ass phase. No, I accidentally punted her recently because she was about to like she had knocked some glass off of a table and broke it, and then she went to jump down onto the glass she had just broken, and I panicked and I like tried to scoop her as she was jumping, and instead of catching her, I just kind of like yeeted her, and she was fine. She was just really confused, but I felt so bad, and I'm just like, I'm sorry. This turtle's kind of serving. Just saying. What do you mean? Listen, she's serving. I don't need to explain. I don't need to explain myself to you. My bitch wife is gonna come in here and I'm gonna be like, doesn't this turtle serve cunt? And he's gonna be like, yeah, it does. I shared a clip that I didn't even share it. I just told him about the Chapel Roan bit that we did. And he was also thought it was very funny and was like, damn, chat brutal for not laughing at that. And I'm like, exactly. Chat's just not cunty enough for my liking. Um, Space Manatee. I got bug August 11th, 2022. Okay, so like a year older than B then, I think. So all I'm hearing is that in a year things will not be better because we're a year behind you. She was the size of a Reese's. It's so cute. See, I don't like the texturing on the limbs, but I can't really fix it. Like I don't know what I would do. But like, do we think it's fine? Maybe if I just define it more. Maybe if I keep messing with it, it'll somehow get better. Like me picking on every scab I've ever had. I also don't know what I want to do for the background. Hello. Hi. Now listen, this turtle is serving in a Mudang kind of way. She's sassy. She's giving her sass. The turtle is great. I don't know. I don't like it. I wish I had done less. Maybe it's too dark. I'm lightening it up to see if that was the case. Is there like any color change over time? Like after a day, does it get darker or lighter? I mean, no. I don't know why it would. No, what you see is what you get pretty much. And there is some things where like if you seal it in a certain way, it can yellow, but that's more to do with the UV. Maybe this is better? Piss filter, indeed. No, the problem that I'm having, does this song have a smoke detector? It also has like an iPhone text chime. But no, the problem that I have with my art is that I always end up like not. Oh, stop fucking calling me. Don't know who that is. They're not getting a response from me. No, I always can't, like, I can never decide if I want to go super realistic or if I want to go super stylized, and I end up going somewhere in the middle, and that's never the place that I want to be, you know? I want to do some little sparkles. Because she's a perfect little girl, and I love her. This turtle is princess. This turtle's princess. Real question is, can I freehand like a moon of some kind? Sure, that'll work. She's a little space turtle. Good for her. Good for her. Ma'am, can you stop trying to ruin my chair? Pretty please? Did you give Princess a name? Princess does not yet have a name. What noise does Turtle make? I only know Turtle sex noises, sorry. You're forgiven for not knowing more turtle noises, but you are not forgiven for knowing turtle sex noises. That's weird, and you're weird. The predominant mating call. God damn it. I think this turtle's a Taurus. Maybe a Virgo. No, this girl's definitely a Virgo. Surely you've seen the video. No, I haven't. I was told about the video because the video is of an African spurred tortoise, which we were talking about yesterday. Or which I was looking up yesterday and was talking about on stream earlier. But I didn't watch the video on account of I'm not a freak. I love you, but I have to go shower, so goodbye. Oh, you mean you don't love this conversation on turtle sex noises? That's not the most appealing thing to shower to? We're not going to keep all of these stars, but we are going to keep some of them. And we're going to figure out which ones we're going to keep as we kind of go along. Like this one's going away. I don't like this one. I'm going to shower to heavy metal as God intended. Bless. I love doing the little four-sided sparkles, but I hate that it's come to mean like AI. Like you see like you see two little sparkles and you're like, ugh, now, and it sucks. That's why I think like brands like Copilot have had to like take away their branding. And I'm like, that's so goofy, having to change your brand so people don't think that you're AI. Is it Copilot that I'm thinking about? There's one app that recently changed. It was like a fitness app. I'm gonna shower too, covered in oil from head to toes. Have fun. Covered in oil, that just sounds like a good time. But pop off, I guess. Something something Transformers fandom? I don't know anything about that. That's outside of my area of expertise. Being around Chris's servers made me unable to avoid it. Fair enough. I should junker out the outside lines also. There we go. Then I just have to do these lines in here. We should do Modang. That would be so cute. We should like Woodburn Modang. That would get so many views. I love her. I love her so much. That would be so fun. And that one we wouldn't do much detail on. We would leave that one. We would leave that one. We would be very good and not over detail her. We would never do that. I'm sure she's like dying as a meme, but I'm never gonna stop loving her. Just like my beloved pineapple focus fuel. She's my queen. Okay. Then while my pen is cooling down, we can erase. Oh, I must hydrate. Ouch. I have DP. Big stretch. Brands also asked me to do a stretch break and a hydrate literally an hour ago. Also, as a fun fact, literally nobody entered into the giveaway. So we're not doing it today. You've lost your chance. To be fair, I didn't do my usual yelling about it because I forgot about it in favor of turtle, but... Let me scroll up. I don't think I saw a single... I don't think I saw a single Joe in chat. Nope, literally none. Good job, everybody. You all did amazing. None of you get turtle. I simply can't read. To be fair, you've already won. What do you need a second one for? Oh, I also forgot I wanted to do a little... Just like a little masking, almost. Nope, that's too close. Just a little guideline around it. This doesn't actually do anything. It just allows me to keep in mind, hey, you know, a little bump in there, da-da-da. 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 I think it'll be helpful. I've never actually tried this before, but in my head, rather than having to keep the invisible line, like paying attention to it, because we all know that's not happening, I can just mark it out. And then even if it's not perfect, it is better than nothing. There we go. That'll be a cute little outline. It's a bit older than what we usually do. You're autistic, aren't you? Always masking? Only at work, comrade. To be honest, even there, I don't mask that much. I cursed in front of my manager yesterday, and I felt bad about it. I think I said hell. And he looked a little bit surprised. Oh, my wires wrapped around my microphone. That's bad, because that's how we get the funny noises. No, I've been seeing people on Instagram mostly do some really cool stuff with like very minimal lines. And I'm just like, oh, it's so cool what people do. I'm endlessly inspired by artists. I love them so much. Here, you do this, and then we can do boop, 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 boop for the little toe beans. Shame on you for saying hell in public. It was more so that it was in front of my manager. I feel like you don't. There was a while where everybody at work was like cussing around me, like all the blue collar guys were cussing around me, and then they would like say sorry for like saying like MF or whatever, and I'm just like, bro, I don't give a shit. But they're like, oh yes, a young lady, we shouldn't use our crass language. My delicate ears, truly. I get like a very similar response if I'm ever like picking something up that's like really heavy at work. There was at one point, I believe it was last week, where I was giving like some tools to somebody. Like I brought them over to him because I'm like, oh, I'll just be nice, rather than making him come all the way over here and grab the tools that I was using to give them back to him. But he was like, oh, are they heavy? Do you need help? And I'm like, no, they're not really that heavy. And he went and he picked one up, and he's like, oh, like hell they aren't. And it was funny. They probably only weighed like 20 pounds each, if that, maybe 30 most. But like, they're really fine. Anyway, my definition on these sparkles is dog water. It would be better if I went in. Sorry, I'm stealing this from you for a moment. You don't get to see. There. I actually just don't like that one. We're going to get rid of it. We're going to pretend it never existed. And we're going to put another one over here. Sorry, I was not paying attention. I was on Tumblr and Demi posted leg pic. Oh my god. I don't think I've ever actually rated Emily. I probably could. I don't know when she streams really. I honestly don't know if I follow her on Tumblr. That's bad. Or not on Tumblr, on Twitch. I only know her from Tumblr, rather. I think I know I'm subbed to her on YouTube. Because I see her post like Pokemon and stuff like that every now and then. I promptly go, I'm not really into Pokemon, but thanks. And I'm actually going to try and do is just continually outline these until they kind of merge in on each other. And do it that way. Because then over here we can do something like this. I think that might look cute. Do we like this? I don't know if we like this. We can fix it later if we don't. Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, says her Twitter banner. Oh, at 3. Okay, so no. The answer is no. I can never rate her. I'm so sorry, my queen. I mean, it depends on how long she goes on weekends. If she goes until like late at night, I could rate her as like before she ended, but that wouldn't like she would be ending, I reckon. Alas, we are two ships passing the night. Two transgender VTubers who will never meet. I also don't like this song. Ouch, 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 I burnt my fingers. It just got hot. I didn't actually burn them. It felt like I burned them. Sorry, I'm once again just getting super distracted by doing all these little lines. It's very meditative in that it puts me into a frickin' trance, and then I forget to speak. But do I even like this? I think I like it. There we go. My hands still hurt. I'm also not confident we're actually going to finish this today, which is disappointing because I don't necessarily want to do a second stream of turtle outlining. Does anyone else have any turtle facts? I'm all out. I really had very few. Oh wait, no, I have another one. Because this turtle is like critically endangered, there's like a big smuggling kind of culture around it. And at one point, police like raided a home that was suspected to have a bunch of these turtles, and they found literally 10,000 of them. And like as the police were showing up to investigate, this was like a 3-man operation, right? And as the police were showing up to investigate, 2 of the men were like trying, yes, in one house, because they had like a garage, and they like, I guess, just literally had these guys stacked on top of each other. But no, as they like pulled up to investigate, they found 2 of the guys trying to like hide the tortoises. And they sent almost all of them. There were a couple that didn't make it, but they sent almost all of them to rehabilitation shelters that could go back in the wild. But I'm just like, what the hell? I'm also like, who made the call, right? Like, who's the neighbor that's like, listen, these guys, I don't know what they're doing, but they've got a lot of fucking turtles. Yeah, and this was in like 2018. This wasn't like a super long time ago thing. But no, I really want to be there for that 911 call. It's like, there's too many turtles in this house. Please. I think the difference between turtles and tortoises is tortoises don't swim. Like, I don't think they can. Which is part of why it's like very important that you don't try and like help turtles by like putting them in a river or whatever. Because if they're a tortoise, it won't end well. But yeah, there's like a huge smuggling ring for these turtles and these tortoises, and I don't like, they're cute. Don't get me wrong, but I don't like, I don't know. I don't understand why everyone's like, we gotta have these specific turtles. Like, what makes them special? Because they do just look like box turtles to me. I mean, I guess it's like the exclusivity. The like, oh, well, I know these are endangered and I shouldn't have them, which is why I want them, but like, they don't love you. Which isn't to like shit on people that have reptiles and that like take care of them. But like, the turtle won't even appreciate it. Turtle doesn't know your name. Alfie has never befriended a turtle, and it shows. I've met turtles that I like, but I don't think the feeling is reciprocated. Like, I like every turtle I meet. I don't think they give a shit about me. Have you met a turtle that you've befriended that like likes you back? That you can confirm likes you back? Because I'm not convinced you've befriended a turtle either, frankly. I'm gonna try and lighten this up. I had pet turtles as a wee babe, but they did not last long. You're bad at caring for turtles, got it. Clearly, turtles have never loved you either if they chose to leave you, which they did by dying. The turtles chose to do that. It wasn't just your improper care. It was also that they hated you and wanted to get away from you. How does that make you feel? The turtle hated you. That's why I said it's required to be mean to you for friendship. You know? It's required to accept that I'm gonna be mean. No, I just think the concept of shaming someone for their pet turtle that they had when they were two is funny. Oh, huh? Huh? Hey, quick question. What is that? What are any of those words? Are we talking about fruit somehow? Fruit, like the VTuber, fruit, F-R-O-O-T. Oh, now what on earth are you talking about then? What is this communist Santa goblin? This is a brand new sentence, by the way. It just now occurred to me that you could be talking about like Warhammer or whatever. I heard model reveal and was like, oh yeah, what's the communist goblin VTuber? Just because I have brain rot. I don't like this one. It is in fact Warhammer. Okay, please tell me about the communist goblins. Would I like them? Are they friends? I know no one in Warhammer is a friend, but should I do drunk karaoke for my birthday? It would be bad. And I think that probably adds to the experience, if you ask me. Warhammer the 40k, orcs have boys and knobs as the bigger ones, and then snotlings and Gretchen for smaller ones. Gretchen are like your standard goblin. Oh, I love that. That's cool. Also, do they have to be called that though? Because I don't. I feel like we don't need to have any more Warhammer knobs. I feel like that's just most of Twitter these days. Somewhere one decided to make a revolution, make them be treated better, and has taken the name of the Red Gobbo. Is the Gobbo red, or is it red because he's a communist? I gave up on making this a 5-pointed star. I can't make those. I can't freehand them. Because I wanted it to be bigger than the one that I drew out. And rather than drawing it again, I just was like, oh, I'll try and freehand it like a coward. Does he have any communist policies? No, he can't think about things like that. Can he think? Communist big hat with star on it, kind of a car. Okay. So he can't think, but he does use communist symbology. Understood. Once again, sounds like your average Redditor. They're not very smart, but for Gretchen's, he's smart enough. Oh, I love that. That's so cute. Obsessed, actually. I love Turtle. I sent a pic in DMs with the new model. I will take a look. See. It'll have to be after stream though, because I don't feel like tabbing over right now. But immediately after stream, I will look at The communist Santa Goblin. Communist Santa Goblin, these nuts. Boop-a-doo-boo. Once again, it's getting quite warm for my hands. I should really get some gloves. They make like heat repellent gloves. Or like heat protectant gloves, but I don't have any. Oh! Hello! Hi! Turtle is love, turtle is life. Would you like a turtle fact? This is a radiated tortoise. Wrap many layers of toilet paper instead. That's so flammable. I would die. Don't smile at me, you rat. Ouch. Ouch. Snap, crackle, pop. I must stretch. Irradiated turtle. No. Everyone keeps hearing irradiated. They are radiated as in they radiate. They do not. They are no mutants. No, they're called radiated turtles because they have these little spots that radiate outwards on their scales, and it's cute. But yeah, the turtle fact that you get to be given is that the oldest irradiated turtle that we know about lived to be 188 years old. Ouch, warm. Oh, what is it? What has been held? What has been held? Why is filthy not allowed? I blame that on me being a filthy non-native English speaker. No, you're fine. You're like the second or third person in chat today to think I said irradiated as in the mutant needle, yeah. I am so filthy. The auto mod would not have it. No! Wait, what day of the week is it? Oh, it's a Friday. Oh! Hello! Hello, Ren. Welcome on in. No, I thought it was like a Thursday for a second. So I was about to ask how Zevi's stream was. But I think Zevi only streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays still, right? Yeah, we've also given the turtle a bunch of stars around her. We've decided she's a Virgo, because she's serving a little bit. Um, I was originally thinking she might be a Taurus, but she doesn't have the aura for it. Haven't been able to catch a Zevi stream for a while now because of my job, so I don't know when she streams now. Aw. Yeah, I've also not been able to catch Zevi streams in a little bit. Um, there was like literally my like also because of like work reasons, but then my work shift changed for a brief period of time to where I would have been able to watch her, but it was like during this month. So I was like, "Oh, but I'm here now." So I've not been able to catch her. I catch her like infrequently, and I'm sad about it. Ow, warm. Oh, that's changing because I just got laid off today. So I've oh my god. Yeah, have a good rest of your day, Addie. Are you good, dog? Are you gonna be okay? Also, I love figure out food. Like have to uncover its mysteries. Yeah, I'm so sorry to hear that you got laid off. That's like actually my worst nightmare. I don't like it's not gonna happen, but I'm eternally scared of it. Yeah, I have no clue. They just hired what? Like this? Oh my god. That's actually horrible. I'm so sorry. At least you hadn't been working there for like a really long time, I guess. I don't know. It's for me, I always find it easier if a job's only happened for like a short amount of time to like do all my resume stuff like that. I think because there's like less to update. And I feel like for the first like month that I work in any job, I'm always like waiting for the other shoe to drop. Usual corporate, we haven't met our expected targets. And why did you hire me a month ago? Oh my god. Yeah, it's so weird to hire somebody at the beginning of Q4 and like if they hired you in the middle of a quarter, then I could be like, okay, well it's the end of the quarter now. They didn't meet targets and now they have to let people go. So it's easier to let the new guys go, but like it's not even been a quarter. This just really stings. I mean, understandably so. I would be pissed off. I am pissed off, and I'm not even the one being laid off. Yeah, I'm always just absolutely terrified of losing my job. Like the only thing that's been calming me down lately is that there was one guy that was fired from like the place that I work, and it was apparently a really big deal because he was newer, and everyone was going like, "Oh, we literally don't even fire people like until at least their first year in." So in my head, I'm like, "Okay, cool. I have a year. Even if I'm the worst employee in the world, statistically speaking." Because that guy was fired for like real bad stuff, like for interpersonal HR issues. So I'm like, all right, very, very easy. Like I will not be fired for any performance issues for at least a year. Thank God. That's all I need. Because I just put down, I obviously put down my name on a new lease. That's a 12-month lease. And then also I just put down several $1,000s to do a bunch of legal stuff to retain custody of my wife, to keep her from being like deported. So now would be a very bad time, which is why I think I'm like the most scared of it, is because now would be like the worst time for something like this for something like that to happen. I'm beginning to also develop that fear. The last 3 jobs I've had, they loved me, said the performance was above expected, even were in talks for promotion, and then bam, fired. Man, do you mind if I ask what industry you work in? Like, is it like a? I guess I'm asking because I'm like, is it an industry is declining thing rather than a your actual like job performance is bad? Because like I know anyone that works in tech, like software engineers and stuff, they're having it real rough with the layoffs. That's part of why I was talking at the beginning of stream about considering going back to medical school. I was never actually enrolled in a medical school, but I was in a medical training program to become a CNA. So I wasn't in a college setting, I was in a work setting, but they were like, "Yeah, we'll train you up and then you just need to take the test." Um and I didn't quit that job. I had, fingers crossed and wood touch for you and your wife's situation. Yeah, knock on wood. But yeah, I don't even necessarily say that I liked the job that I had. I was working in like an old folks home basically, and my problem, which is the same problem that anyone that goes into medical will always have, they'll always say it wasn't anything to do with the patients. It was to have to do with the other nurses, like with the other aides that I was working with. But I really I fell in love with these patients, but I ended up getting into an accident and I couldn't return to work because I couldn't do the like physical parts of my job for like literally only a couple of weeks. But I had only worked there for like probably 2 weeks anyway, like maybe a month. I think I'd worked there for a month. Um, and so it was like, oh, I'm not gonna ask for like, I wasn't entitled for any kind of leave. So I was just like, yeah, no, it's okay. We can just pretend I wasn't hired. Um, but I was considering going back into the field, even though I'm not particularly in love with it, just because the job, like the income potential for like nurses, particularly like specialty nurses, like it's a really easy way to make some like actual like really good amount of money. And also I do love the patients. But yippee. But yeah, I've just had that been floating in my head. It was 3 different industries: software company and logistics, worked as a fleet manager, then in legalization and consular services, the most recent in data quality assurance / standards bureau. Oh yeah, but I mean those are all fields that I feel like are just rife with layoffs, and it sucks. But there's like a lot of job security in nursing is kind of what I was gonna say, because there's so many, like we're at a nurse shortage in my country. I don't know how it is over there. But yeah, it would just require a lot of school, which requires a lot of money that I am lacking right now because of aforementioned financials with the wife. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. It's one of, thank you. I already read that, but thank you. She's a Virgo. We love her for this. Yeah, we also are technically 10 minutes over stream, but also that does put us at exactly 1 hour. So it works out because I started a tad bit late. So this is our little sweet baby girl. We're also having a nursing shortage, but here they're still fleeing the field. This has been completely mismanaged, and all the jobs are essentially public because of universal health care. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, we have like a bad mismanagement problem here, so we do have a lot of people fleeing. We also have a thing where like people aren't paying nurses enough. But even with them not paying them enough, like it's still more than what I could make in most other circumstances just because nobody's paying anybody enough right now. We all know how quick governments are to create change. Amen. Oh, well, we're gonna call it here, folks. The turtle is in fact done. I love capitalism.